I brought this bike because I could take the highway all the way up, but I'm not gonna do just highway. We're gonna take some back roads too. This is remnants of the old Highway 40 built. One of the main reasons was to get skiers up to the ski area. This was before 80 was even in. And it amounts to a bunch of individual cement slabs, which can be a little bumpy at times. And it could have what they call heaves. Heaves, where the expansion joints are, that are pretty high. So you got to watch out for bad heaves. Although it's their responsibility to fix them, they can be dangerous. Entering Newcastle. So it's the old Highway 40. Of course, it no longer just goes straight through. There's all kinds of hookups to the old part of it. It's still viable for usage, though. Even in the old days, when the Highway 40 was the only route you could travel, you had to go right through downtown of every darn town, and it wouldn't have been a cruise straight through. People nowadays don't realize what it was like back in the old days. Like, for instance, I remember when Highway 50 didn't go through Rancho Cordova. You had to take Folsom Boulevard all the way through. So certainly there's parts of old Highway 40 all the way across the U.S. But if you were going to try to exclusively take every bit of it, you'd have, there's a heat, you'd have, it would be arduous. I mean, if you're going all the way across the U.S., I would imagine that at some point you'd say, screw it, let's just get on 80. Take 80. Alright, so this is not a historic landmark or anything, but here's an old coach stop. Garage. Probably had gas back in the old days. It's hard to tell what it says up there. Embossed in the cement it says Harath, but can't quite tell what else it says there in paint. It really doesn't much matter. The place is all boarded up. Okay, so camera check. Looks like we're still rolling. 28 miles, and we pulled off on exit number 128. That's the Applegate exit. And I thought there was a park and ride here, but there isn't. But once I pulled off, I could hear a noise. Listen to this. Oh, you probably can't hear it. It's my speedometer screaming at me. Okay, no fooling around. Let's get right on up to Colfax. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Iowa Hill Road. It's 15 miles to Sugar Pine Dam. Okay, so Iowa Hill Road, huh? This is where we head off into the wilderness, you might say. No services beyond this point. Until you get to like Forest Hill or something. The speedometer hates it. We got a steep descent here all the way down to the North Fork of the American River. So you'll probably hear a lot of popping. have fond memories of this place dating back as far as the early 60s. Obviously, it's a different story. Things have moved on since those days. I think one of my first camping trips, it was with Ron Hawking and Steve McKay, was down here. And we had a pretty good time. Yeah, this is a steep, windy road, but I'll tell you, the other side is even tougher. It's an amazing steep, one lane, full of turns, and we'll be taking it. We're first going to have a bit of a break at the river. Kind of cold through here, so we'll find a sunny spot. Mineral Bar, which is an access to the North Fork of the American. Because they were going to build the dam in Auburn, this was all going to be underwater down here, and the state acquired all this property. And I guess in a way, in some ways that's good, but in the bad ways, it's under state regulation. So it's a state park, and they're probably charging $10 a day just to park here. I mean, when they first acquired it, there was no charge, but again, time has marched on, and we're in a different world. These people park here and then walk upstream on the north side of the river. There's a trail there. I don't think I've ever taken it too far. And these people park just to get away from the $10 a day, or if the regular parking lots are already full, they'll park up here, no choice. Well, it's sunny on the other side, so I'm going to stop there. Here you've got the North Fork of the American River. As a matter of fact, I'll just park right there. 15-minute parking for rafts. All those people parked up there so they'd avoid the $10 charge. Fee area. There's the old bridge. We used to have to cross that. And when you did, the bridge moved. There's 5-minute parking here. Although I'm going to be 10 or 15, I'm expecting I'm going to be able to get away with it. From Mineral Bar, we're going to head south on the Iowa Hill for Colfax Road. This is going to be right up that hill. Probably going to enjoy it. And we'll go through the small old town of Iowa Hill. Geez, I don't think they even had phones. I remember it was just 10 or 15 years ago. They really didn't have any phone service or internet or anything. It was tough there. And it's not too far from civilization. It's just that it's down this rugged canyon up the other side. Adjusting the stuff that's in my pocket, so multitasking here. Okay. The Yamaha 650 is a turd of a bike. 465 pounds. But still, I've road raced it around in its day. It has K81 tires. Road's pretty bumpy. And I've got old original shocks, so it's a little hard to keep good traction. And of course it's been a year or two since the last time I traversed it. A look into the canyon for whatever brief moment. Here's a sign here for people heading down. It says something about steep grade. Oh, no, we're entering state property and use fees are collected. All right, so second gear up this thing. We hit a little bit of third. Let me see if I can get you a look. Yeah, there's the river. North Fork of the American. And that's how steep the canyon is. We're almost to the top. Mineral Bar Recreation Area. We'll go down there and get some recreating. It's supposed to be about 70 today. I'm not sure what time we've gotten into, but we haven't reached 70 yet here. Got some property right on the side of the road and some stuff. That's a pretty bad pothole right there we just missed. Missed it pretty good. So I'm looking forward to getting back out in the sunshine. And one of the things is we're going to take the Forest Hill Ridge Road up and see where we're starting to see solid snow or a road blockage. Just going up that way because I'm curious. So it's like a dual purpose ride. One is to take some of this route that we're going to do the bridge tours on in March, later this, in a couple of weeks, and look for a park and ride, which I didn't really find. I'm changing my mind to taking Nikki and just riding them all the way up. But I don't really want to do that. I don't think the speedometer is making so much racket anymore. The speedometer is made out of a bunch of plastic. It sits in a tin bucket, but the whole speedometer is a big plastic thing. For instance, where you screw your speedometer cable onto the back of the speedometer is basically a piece of pot metal, female thread, and it's just kind of dropped in place when they mold the bucket for the speedometer guts. So the whole mounting can end up having trouble, which I've had on a couple of them. Especially since, you got your cable, it's kind of a rigid thing, and it's susceptible to the telescopic forks and the changing tension in the cable, causing stress on the housing of this plastic part of the speedometer. We are approaching the town of Iowa Hill, elevation 2,840. Few old buildings. Right here, there's a historical monument and the old jail or bank or something. It's posted, no trespassing. Welcome to Iowa Hill, private property, no trespassing. Yeah, see, they dug a trench here for a cable. They finally have cable here. It's a windy road for 5 miles. there's snow there. In the gully. No wonder it's so cold here. Snow ahead. Snow in the gully. Okay, so I didn't get the kind of relief I wanted at Sugar Pine because the wind is so heavy coming off the dam. No place to get out of the wind. So we may look for another spot. So from the dam, the road is improved. Well, it's about time I did something about this popping. I think it's time for new mufflers. Not so much that these have had it, but I want to get something different now. Next time I get into this thing, I'll have to do a few things, some upgrades and such. They've got the roads closed off there at Sugar Pine, even to go to the staging area. So that kind of sucks. That just shows a little something on what's open and what's not. Oh, Brimstone OHV staging area. I've never seen that. I don't need to go in there with this bike, but new staging area. Never seen that before. And I'm not able to get a glimpse of it from this road. Brimstone staging area, huh? Just room for more trail riders. Huh, there it is down there too. It's the Brimstone OHV staging area. I'm not familiar with it. I'm gonna have to check it out when I've got something I want to clean up again. I just don't want to get a bunch of red clay on this thing. I'm not interested in scrubbing her. Not at this time. I am interested in getting out of this snow. This is kind of chilly. So I ain't going up any higher. I'm just gonna wind my way on down home from here. I brought skimpy gloves, summer gloves, lets the air come right through, and you know, I'm not so cold because I got my new jacket, but knees are kind of feeling it. Look at the speedometer now. Something's gone faulty and it's not reading anything. Stopped at 59 miles. So that's the end of that. it was just plain hating it. Squealing and rubbing and scrubbing. This is like riding in an ice box. Oh, I felt a little rear tire slippage. All right, here we go. Well, I'm surprised to see this much snow here. All right, well, let's get out of it. March 1st, too early. Too early. Well, it rained in the valley. I'm not sure exactly where the snow line was. Must have snowed here too. Okay, so down into Baker Ranch. I'm feeling some warmth here. A little bit of sunshine just coming down out of that snow. Slowing down. Baker Ranch. There used to be, I think it was a kind of a store, and then later it was a bar. That's where that's where the pavement ended. Anywhere east and it was dirt. But here's the store, bar, whatever. It's just a private place now. They've got a Baker Ranch mobile home park in case you have a trailer and you want to set it up. Monday. Oh yeah, let's absorb some sunshine here. There's no wind. Oh yeah, we'll point right at the sun shining. Okay, so this is supposed to be rolling.
Okay, hold it there. For now, without a change, since I haven't decided if there'll be a change, what we want to do